Between 2014 and 2018, refugees in Nyumanzi Refugee Settlement in Adjumani district struggled to access clean and safe water for consumption and domestic use.
The water was not enough, especially during the dry seasons. There was constructions of borehole around the block there. When you go to the borehole, you line up. So you line up and it will take long.
The situation was so dire that living in the settlement was very difficult. Hygiene standards were low, exposing the refugees to diseases. But in 2019, something positive happened. With the support of UNHCR, the UN Refugee Agency, the government of Uganda, the European Union and other donors and partners, the Lutheran World Federation invested in supplying clean water to the refugee population at Nyumanzi Refugee Settlement.
In Nyumanzi, we support about 43,000 refugees, and we have a mix of water sources. We have hand pumps together with motorized systems. Motorized systems, where we motorize, we get an existing or we drill a borehole and we pump it using solar or generator, and the water is stored in a reservoir, which is then distributed through public stand posts, where we are distributing these stand posts so that they are closer to the communities and walkable distance.
However, some refugees requested Lutheran World Federation to extend water supply to their homesteads, but this came at a cost.
We have also yard taps. This is where water is brought directly to the compound of the households, and for that every unit of water they pay 850 shillings, Uganda shillings, and also those who can access the public stand post, those get water. At the moment they get water for free.
This has enabled refugees like Elizabeth Abuk Dow to make the most of the water taps in their homesteads to improve their livelihoods.
We decided to get some water from them so that they can help us in domestic things at home there, like watering the crops. When we put our seed in the nursery bed, we watering them, we get the water which is around us there. And second, also we can also use it for bathing, for washing, and even for making some business, like making liquid soap, and we benefit on it a lot.
Lutheran World Federation had plans to extend water, sanitation and hygiene services across Nyumanzi Refugee Settlement, but that plan is at stake due to a significant reduction in humanitarian funding in Uganda.
Because of the funding gaps, we've tried to position it equitably within the settlement, but with additional funds we would be able to bring it closer to the people, for the elderly and for persons with disability to also benefit in terms of access.
Uganda hosts the largest number of refugees in Africa. As of May 31st, 2025, there were more than 1.8 million refugees according to data published by the Office of the Prime Minister. UNHCR estimates that Uganda could be hosting nearly 2 million refugees by the end of 2025, given the current rate of arrivals. However, massive funding gaps are hindering the support given to the refugees in all aspects, including water, sanitation and hygiene, just as it has already started affecting the delivery of these critical services to refugees in Nyumanzi Refugee Settlement. Daniel Kibet, NTV.